ready, trying to get close where he can do the damage. Good right hand from Khan. Well, Khan has come in with a plan, and you can see he's trying to execute it, and his hands are up quickly as soon as he gets close. Good sense.
Club were on their feet there. Barrera certainly felt the weight of a left hand. He's only mixed in minor fights, really, up at lightweight. Three-weight world champion, a seven-time world champion, Barrera. But this is his 73rd fight now. Khan cannot get careless. He must keep those gloves up. He must tighten that defence.
But look how quickly and how high his hands are coming back after he throws a punch. And that's obviously what they've been working on, getting quick punches out and get the defences back immediately. Barrera not managing to find the range yet in the opening round. Impressive start from Amir Khan. Using his reach, using his speed.
So far, so good, but it's very, very early. And he's a cunning old fox, Marco Antonio Barrera. He'd be quite prepared to wait his time. And you've got to watch those punches. He's hurt Barrera. He's hurt him, and there's a cut as well for Barrera around the forehead. Breakthrough, a Khan. Very dominant early on. Another right hand goes crashing home by Khan.
I'm sure that was a clash of heads. I don't think he was hurt by a punch. I think it was a clash of heads he was wincing from, and you can see the damage there.
Remember that Barrera was cut in his last fight, a relatively minor cut, but blood now oozing. We think it was a clash of heads. How bad is it? We'll find out. He's under heavy pressure. Khan lets go, and Barrera, under heavy, heavy fire in this opening round, is brilliant so far from Amir Khan.
Well, if we questions his confidence, we don't question it now. This is a wonderful start. It's a dream start from Amir Khan.
He's shown here he has it in him to win this fight, but there's work to do yet. They'll work on that cut in Barrera's corner, but he's run into a storm here early on. And looks a bit the worse for wear, Barrera. Thinking heavily, takes another right. Khan was all over him in that opening session, and Barrera's troubled by the cut. He's troubled by that, blinking away the blood. Khan, I think, might have picked up a little nick as well.
Yeah, that's what he wins from. I mean, look at the force in that head clash, but you can see straight away Khan didn't have the bulk of the damage. And shortly after, you can see Barrera moving away from that and wincing. The punch landed too, but it was the head clash, obviously, that shook him there. Khan seems to have a little cut in his left eye. They're working at it at the moment, but the major damage is in Barrera, although it's high in the head. Shouldn't have a bearing on the fight. Yep, you can see Khan there being worked on.
A little nick on the eyelid by the look of it from the same clash of heads. It was a heck of a clash, wasn't it? What a dramatic start. No 54-second defeat tonight for Amir Khan. He was electric in that opening round, but do not write off Marco Antonio Barrera. He's been around too long and done too much in the business.
I think Khan also shook him up later on in the round, well after the clash of heads. So see the sharpness in the way Amir Khan delivers these punches. They're shaking Barrera up, and he can't match him for speed.
Freddie Roach believes already that Amir Khan is the fastest lightweight he's ever seen. Describes him as a tremendous athlete as well, working with him in Hollywood at the Wildcard Gym, looking to remodel him, rebuild him. But he can't let the adrenaline get to him. He's got to have ice in his veins up there.
Well, I can see big changes, Ian. I can see the hands coming back high quickly. I can see him spoiling inside when he's not throwing punches. He's not as vulnerable when he's letting his own punches go. So he's certainly been listening to Freddie Roach.
Barrera's pride, though, is something to be reckoned with. He might be stung. He's looked flat in one or two recent performances, even bored. He shouldn't be bored here with 20,000 people and starting as an underdog. But Khan, dominant so far and unleashing the younger man. Khan enjoying himself almost in there at the moment.
Well, Ian, we're not getting a chance to find out what Barrera has left because Khan is not allowing him to use it. He's dominating this at the moment. We always know there's a danger, but he's dominating the action.
Barrera went for it with his trademark left hook there. but missed by miles, and he's troubled. That blood is thick again, and again it's into the eye. It's a mask, a red mask. He's blinking away. He can't see out of that eye, I wouldn't think. Not much anyway, Jim.
I'm surprised the corner haven't done a better job on that. Maybe it's been reopened again, I don't know. But you would have thought the corner with experience, or does he have an experienced corner with him?
Well, he's got his brother, isn't he? Now as the main trainer, not the man he had through the glory years, Rudy Perez.
Well, maybe instead of bringing an entourage, Ian, he should have brought a cut man.
They haven't done a great job with it.
He can't even get started, Barrera. He can't cope with the speed of Khan. So, no purchase in his own punches because he can't get set to let them go. Unless this pace slows, I don't see him getting into this fight.
He certainly hasn't managed to do so far. Khan spearing out the jab, and the speed is blinding. He's very impressive when he's throwing the punches, but there is that question mark about the punch resistance of Amir Khan, and that it always will haunt him. And he's caught with a left hand there. He took it. He took that one. That was a fair left hook from Barrera. Good news for Khan. He took the shot. Big problems for Marco Antonio Barrera from early on, from that hair clash. That's a nasty gash.
That is a terrible cut. I don't think anybody could do anything with that. And fault the corner. I don't know that anybody could stop the bleeding there.
That is a big and huge gash. Oh.
Look at the speed and accuracy. Look at the way Khan's defences straight back in place again.
Well, they're trying to patch up. The cornermen had a resigned look on their face then, as if to say, did the best we could with it. But it is a big gash, and that blood is going to flow again, as if Barrera didn't have enough problems at 35 years of age, trying to resurrect his career. He retired a couple of years ago. Something's lured him back. Don King thinks he can revive his career, but he's got work to do in this fight. But he's still in there, and he's dangerous all the time he's in there.
But Ian, you can count the good clean punches he's landed on your thumbs. He landed a good left hook in the previous round, had no effect on Khan. He just can't cope with the speed of Khan's punching. That's a bit better from Barrera.
Growing in confidence, Khan, he's turning it on here. I think he really wanted to make a statement tonight after the horror of what happened to him here 6 months ago. To be fair to him, he fronted everybody up after that. Went to press conferences within days, did all the interviews. It must have been hard, and look at this. Belts him with a right hand, and Barrera is forced back. He's just finding this talented youngster way too much at the moment.
I mean, look, every time Barrera comes close, look where Khan's gloves go. Straight up to the chin. So we wondered, have they addressed the flaws? They certainly have.
Speed and class from Amir Khan here tonight. Barrera is trying to remember the plot lines from way back. Barrera's trying to take the fight to him, and when he is trying to fight, Khan goes missing from it. When Barrera tries to rest, Khan's after him.
Yeah, and he's fighting in little bursts, and it's not single punches, he's putting them together. Look at it, the blood's actually spurting from that head wound. You have to wonder, will the doctor be involved in this, because it's spurted from the wound there.
Or will the corner even pull him out of the fight? Possibly. Mexicans don't usually quit, do they, in the corner, no matter what it is. He'd need 2 broken legs to quit Barrera in his heyday.
Well, it may be taken out of their hands because the blood is running into his left eye at all times. It's a horrendous cut, and look, he's actually taking a beating from Khan at the moment. Even allowing for the fact that Barrera is obviously not what he used to be. It is an electrifying display so far, we stress so far, from Amir Khan, who's shown really that he has plenty. It's just a shame he does have that chink in his armour, but it's something he's going to have to learn to live with maybe in his career. He's still going to be marquee, still excitable if he can come through tonight's big gateway test. That blood again into the eye, and Barrera will go back to his corner for more work on it. What can they do? I don't know that any cut man could stop that. I mean, that's like something you expect in a road accident. That's horrendous. It's long and it's deep. And I mean, you saw the impact when the heads clashed. I mean, that's as bad a clash of heads as I've seen in all my years in boxing. And the damage, I don't reckon they can do anything with that.
Tony Rivera, by the way, is Barrera's cut man in that corner, trying to do that, but it's like trying to stem a flood, really, with handkerchiefs or something, isn't it?
Well, look, there's the punches off and the hands back up to the chin again.
10 seconds.
I mean, this must just be exactly what they've been doing in the gym. Punches out, hands back up again.
Seconds out. Round 4.
The strategy devised and remodeled in that Hollywood gym. Khan, who says the boy has now become a man.